Hello, my talented humans. You're looking good today. Good to see you. I have got 4 words for you. Pumpkin, apple, bundt cake. You've had pumpkin before. You've had apple before. But I can almost guarantee you, you have never had them like this. Let's go. All right. In your mixture, 2/3 of a cup of oil. 3/4 of a cup white granulated sugar, and 1/2 a cup of light brown sugar. Already, you see how much flavor we're building? I'm loving this. Give that a little stir. And guess what? I'm making the same amount as you, so I can say exactly what we're doing and do exactly what you're doing. Then you need 2 eggs. I like to get the sugars mixing. And then we are going to crack an egg in. Well, we're going to crack 2. I hope you're having a good day. It'll be better after this, but still hope it's good so far. Wash your hands and or glove up. Alrighty, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon, just cinnamon, not pumpkin pie spice, gorgeous, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let's get all that combined. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of pumpkin puree. Make sure it is just pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie filling. I never mind going just a touch over on pumpkin, okay? Mix that in. Y'all, we have 1 ingredient left. So I have about 3 cups of chopped apple. You can choose whatever kind of apple you would like. I put them into pretty small pieces, something like that, about 1.5 apples. Throw that in, get it all, give it a good mix, and that, my friends, is it for in there. So now let's show you how we bake it up, glaze it up, and then we'll slice it up. All right, I have just a regular, average fluted bundt pan. This one's Wilton. You can get them pretty much anywhere. I have butter and floured the pan. This is how I have the best success of being able to tip out a bundt cake and not have any cracks or breaks. It's just what I do. Just rub a little butter on there, or if you want to melt some butter and brush it on, then give it a thin coating of flour. For me, that helps it come right out. Take your beautiful batter and pour it in. Then you are going to bake this in your preheated oven at 350 degrees for 55 minutes, and then check it with a cake tester, toothpick, what have you, in like the thickest part you can. See how we're doing. You might need a few more minutes, you might not, but we want to make sure it's baked all the way through and not just baked on the edges right in this, or right towards your center core. I like to give it a tappy tap, kind of level it out. There she is, 55 minutes into the oven. Then when your cake is done, take it out. I like to let it cool in the pan for 20 minutes. Then I will flip it out and let it cool completely before adding our glaze. So I'll be back. Welcome back. Here she is, flipped out, beautiful, gorgeous. And now we're gonna put a glaze on her. I'm just doing a vanilla glaze. You could do maple, you could do caramel, you can do whatever you want. I did about 1.25 cups powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla extract, and then a little bit of water until I got to the consistency that I wanted, which is this. And basically this is what I like to do. So I'm going to use the wide part of the spatula and just kind of like drape it over the cake and like go around with it. Does that make sense? And let gravity do its thing. Let it pull it down. Because that's how you get those beautiful, like, gorgeous drips. Gravity, honey. And then you can just go back to places that like look a little thin and touch it and it'll flow down. Another great trick, you can put this on a wire rack, put parchment underneath, glaze it, and let it drip through onto the parchment, and then you just throw the parchment away. Now, you could finish this on, like this could be done. You could toast some pecans and chop them up real fine and put them on top. That would be awesome. I am going to use some of this McCormick pumpkin spice finishing sugar and just give it a little dust. It's going to give it a little color, a little extra spice, and these have like these good little crunchies, so you're going to get a little crunch. Now that it's got its finishing sugar, I'm going to let it set, and then I'm going to slice it. I sell it by the slice. I made this for the first time 7 years ago for my very first vendor event. I sold every slice at that event. I've made it every year since. People have gotten this as a Thanksgiving dessert. It's great for all your fall birthdays, honestly, anytime. Now, once it's like set and maybe you move it to a cake plate or what have you, I do refrigerate it. Just all the moisture with the pumpkin and the apples, I think it's safer. That way you don't get any molding or anything like that. So, like I said, I sell it by the slice, wrapped in plastic so you get to see all the pumpkin, the spices, the apples in each and every slice. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you try out this recipe, post a picture in the comments. Let me know what you think, and make sure you hit the follow button. And as always, feel free to drop anything else in the comments that you would like to see me make.